Hi class, hi Java programmers. I wanted to get this short video, 10-minute video out to you to show you what I am doing now. I created two classes here. The first class is called app, second one is called animal. App contains main. Remember, you can only have one main method in all of your classes. You can have 100 classes in your Java program, but your operating system needs to know where your Java program starts. So that's why you can only have one main method. So here's my main method. It happens to be in a class that I've named app. You might see this class named driver or named main, but it just means that this is the entry point for your program. And when we are designing things like this, we have we have a base class and we have four subclasses. It makes sense to have a driver file like this. Okay, so let's take a look and see what my driver file named app has here. It has some local variables. Okay, an array list. This has a type. Well, here's a type, animal. The first thing I do here is I say number of animals is animal dot num of animals. So where does animal come from? Well, animal is another class that happens to be in this package, and it is right here. So you can see num of animals is this static attribute in the class named animal. So up here, first line of the program, I have package. The name could be anything here, but all classes with like named packages here will be able to communicate with each other. All right, so that's why I can just say animal here. My compiler knows where the animal class is because animal is in the same package. So I created an array list. We all know what that is. And then here, this is how we open a file. So the first thing we have to do is open an external file. If you want to, just copy the for each code here and then make this code your own, right? Experiment with it. But really, this is all there is to it. We have the file path name as a string, and then we create a new file. This is actually an object of the file class, right? And here we do the same thing. We create a new object from the scanner class, right? Here's the file. Now that you are programming, now that you are an OOP programmer, a Java OOP programmer, you know what all these classes are about, right? So here's the file class that we created, or that we imported, excuse me. Scanner we imported, and I should have mentioned array list. Array list, we're using that class also, okay? So yeah, you can't get away from classes in Java. So, yep, this is how we open it. This is really nice. This is Boolean here, scanner. So this is a scanner object dot has next line. If it's true, then it will do this stuff. And what does it do? It takes that scanner object, that takes the next line of that, puts it into a string, and then I take the string and I apply a string method here called split. I split it on a regular expression of comma and space. The result of that gets into an array called parts, and then I use parts. Actually, the first part, which is going to be subscripted with a 0, has exactly what I want. It has like 5-year-old hyena, 5-year-old female hyena. So it has five words there. I need just the first and the last ones, right? So the first one here goes to, right, this is, oh, then I get a new array called the parts, right? Also, this business here, you do not have to have this to run, but you'll see when I run this, it will output these statements. So I really encourage you to write your programs like this. If you do just one little thing, output it, and then examine it. And this is a good way to avoid getting frustrated. Don't code up your programs at the last second, because then you'll just be trying to change stuff and trying to get it to work. And no, if you make one small change, run your program. Okay, so I have an array called parts, and I'm going to take array subscript 0 and have that go into age. I also use the integer wrapper, and I get an int out of that. And then for the subscript 4, that's just a string. So I have age and species here. Now I'd create a new animal object myself. This new word here, it creates space in a special region of memory, of your program's memory, called the heap, H-E-A-P. Bonus word there for you. And I'm using this constructor I'm going to use the animal constructor that requires 3 arguments. So I'm creating my new animal object like this, new class, and then in parentheses I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 arguments. So let's go back to our animal class and see what happens when we create a new object with 3 arguments. And here it is. So these are called constructors. Constructors are called when you use that new word and create a new object of the class. And these, when you're in a definition like this, these are called parameters, but these parameters match these arguments. See, so the new animal. So animal, one thing, comma, second thing, comma, third thing. So animal, one thing, comma, second thing, comma, third string. Okay? So this is what happens. The first thing I get passed in here is going to be the name. This is like a placeholder here, and the name gets assigned to animal name. And animal name is a string attribute here, right? It's an attribute of this class. So, and then I have my getters and setters here. So I put name in there. Well, I haven't. You'll see what I do for name, but I need to give you another video for that to make this a complete, approved solution. But for now, let's just use name needed, and like I say, we'll open the animal names, and I'll show you how to get the animal names for species tomorrow. And then finally add the new animal object to the array list of animals. Yep, very easy. That's all there is to it. Okay, so now that we have an array of animals, let's output them. This is how you do it. Use a for each loop here. You need to create a variable it's going to be of type animal, and then this is my array list named animal. So this will march through these as long as there's one there, and I can do stuff with it, right? One by one. So first thing I want to do is just to print this whole object, the entire object, and you'll see what that looks like. Then I crack the object open, and I use my getters and setters, and you can imagine what will appear there, right? With a get name, and a get age, and a get species. Okay, so my app in summary, app is my driver file. It contains main. I have one animal class. This is an extremely important attribute here. It is public static, and it is num of animals. The static means that this attribute here, num of animals, will not belong to any objects. It will always just belong to the class, to the blueprint. Yes, this is a blueprint, but I can access some of this blueprint by doing things like this, right? So I say blueprint named animal, so animal class dot num of animals. So I can do that because this is a static attribute in that. And I also do it right here. So every time an animal is created, I output it. I output num of animals. And at the end, I output num of, well, let's see, I can do that right here. So it should be, we should have 16 here at the end. All right, let's run this program. You can see a lot of output statements here. I hope that they will help you. Let's just take a look at these. Here's welcome to my zoo program, right? Just say that. Just, when you start coding this stuff up, say this, and this will give you some confidence that your program is actually working. And then here's that static attribute, starts out at 0. Then a new object is created. That attribute gets incremented. Another object is created, attribute is incremented, blah, blah, blah. And then at the very end here, the number of animals is 16. And this is what is going on here. System.out.println, just the object. This is interesting in Java, right? We get these hexadecimals, things like that. It doesn't really give us any useful information, but you can see that these are distinct. And if you wanted to do the math, you might see that they are memory locations, but it doesn't look like the memory locations are in any specific, they're not, in order. And then here is this statement right here. You can see it's going to be animal name colon, get name, comma, age, colon, get age. Didn't put a comma after that one. And then I guess I could there. And then species, okay? So animal name, name needed age, for, yeah, so I just put a comma after that. Oh, there we go. There's the comma before that age. Age 4 after that age. All right, class, a little over 10 minutes. I'm going to end this program and publish it to YouTube. I'd like some comments on this, and contact me with questions. I may have a evening open office hour today. You can tell me if this helped you for this module's programming. All right, paka paka.